Fort Hood is experiencing another tragic incident this evening. A gunman opened fire, killing at least one person at an Army base in Texas.
Officials say this scene reminds them of the terrible memories from the mass shooting at Fort Hood in 2009. Reports say the gunman is dead. We go now live to Los Angeles with Mary Bruce, who has the latest on the shooting, the investigation, and how the rest of that base is dealing with this incident.
Fort Hood tonight is an active crime scene. There are casualties and a shooter is dead. The FBI and other agencies are on the scene, and this community, which has already suffered so much, told to seek shelter.
Seek shelter immediately.
It's an eerily familiar scene. A shooting at Fort Hood in Texas, the nation's largest Army base. Injuries have been reported, and sources tell ABC News that the shooter, a soldier, is dead. 3 others are dead and roughly a dozen injured. Earlier in a tweet, all personnel were told to shelter in place.
We know these families. We know their incredible service to our country and the sacrifices that they make. Obviously, our thoughts and prayers are with the entire community. And we are going to do everything we can to make sure that the community at Fort Hood has what it needs to deal with the current situation. We're heartbroken that something like this might have happened again.
Fort Hood was the site of that deadly shooting nearly 5 years ago. 13 people were killed and more than 30 wounded in the worst mass murder at a military installation in U.S. history. Major Nidal Hassan, an Army psychiatrist, never denied entering a medical building on the base and opening fire on soldiers preparing to deploy to Iraq and Afghanistan. He was later sentenced to death. While any shooting is troubling, the president stressed tonight that this obviously reopens all the pain of what happened in this community just a few years ago. Mary Bruce, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Stay with Newswatch 12 and KDRV.com for the latest on this investigation.